But I'm setting up on YouTube and also on our membership site. That's leskohelp.com, and that's where we have 15,000 members now that help each other get government grants. Okay, I want to put this 18 grants. Oh, where is that? Okay. Okay, I want to put this in the chat. And okay, for members, all these links in the chat. Okay, we get this down. Okay, are we live on? Let's see, we should be live on YouTube. Okay, I guess we're live. Yes, I'm still alive. That's why I say, how you feel today? Well, it's great because I'm still above ground. Actually, I would probably prefer cremation, but I don't really care. I won't be here. Hi, Charity. Okay, so tomorrow is the deadline for our $15,000 grant for people to help pay rent. Okay, and I guess you could use it for mortgage, but and it's only $500, but it's a little help towards you. So if you have trouble paying your rent, be sure to apply. It's on the left-hand side. So if you're on Lesko Help too, you can't hear me. Is that true everywhere? Patricia, Charity, do you hear me? I can hear you. Okay, Amber can hear me. Okay, good. If you leave and come back at that, should fix it. If I leave, oh, I see, for her, not me. I thought I gotta leave and come back. Oh man, that's so hard to do. It's like breaking up. That's hard to do, isn't it? I can hear you now. Good. Mel and Jamie, wow, Maury, New York here. Well, listen, okay, so you have to apply to that, okay? And all you have to do is write one sentence why you need the money for rent, and that's all. And then we have a panel of 7 people that go over all these, and then finally come to a decision. It takes probably 2 weeks or more for us to do all that, unfortunately. We're not very good at that. We're better at finding government grants for you to apply to. Our own grant, we're not too good at this. But this is what we do with our profits, is give it back to members. We need legal assistance for Mortgage Society. Okay, Mel, what you want to do is there's plenty of legal assistance available for that. We need legal assistance from a mortgage. What is that you're saying for mortgage? What? For a mortgage scam, okay. The first thing you do is call your state attorney general's office, okay? And find my AGs. Okay, find my AG. Here it is, okay. So to see what recourse you have, go there first, okay? And call them or fill out the form, whatever it is, for them to investigate. Okay, now the other FTC is keeping a database of this, and you should file there too, because if you don't, this is help with future people don't get screwed too by this person. So you make sure you put in a report here too. It's called report fraud at the FTC, I think. Let me look at it here. Okay. Yeah, report fraud.ftc.gov. So fill that out there, because I don't know if they'll get some satisfaction for you if they get enough inquiries about that person. But more importantly, you're putting that information so other people could go there and find people that screwed them in the past. So it's really helping other people. I don't know how much it's going to help you at this point. Audio is tough today. Wow, somebody else said that, Ian, and Charity said other people see it, and Charity said to log out and log back in again, and she says that here. Carrie, I applied for a ton of grants to help with a small business, but I'm not gotten back to me and I've been awarded anything for over a year. Okay. Well, Carrie, I think the best way to apply for grants is to talk to the grant people before you apply, because there's so many people, and particularly if on the internet you went out and looked for grants, most of the grants on there are really just to get your name, because that's how they build a listing of potential customers that will buy their stuff. So there's a lot of that going on, and that's why, to me, you should never bother applying to companies that's .coms that offer grants. We're a .com that offer grants, but of course we're different, and it's hard to say. But all the companies, the big companies, I mean, like Facebook has a grant that they give out of $10,000 for small businesses, and they make $140 billion. I mean, so they're giving grants that represent 0.0007% of their sales. We give a grant that represents about 40% of our sales. Yeah, so it's most people in .coms give out grants just to get publicity and to get names of people, okay? Because they spend so much on marketing, so they could spend a little money that means nothing to them on giving out a grant, and it gets nothing. That's why I see, like, Beyonce gave out $1 million. Shit, we give out $1 million, and Beyonce makes billions. It's nothing to these people. How can we enforce predatory lending? Well, actually, the consumerfinance.gov is back in operations, and it'll probably get stronger and stronger as Trump keeps trying to bite off as much as more than he can chew, and gets his nose caught in the grinder a little bit there. I need to hire another lawyer. I crashed in my life insurance policy for the first one. Oh, you don't. I don't know why you want to hire a lawyer. I cashed in my life insurance policy for the first one. I don't know what you need a lawyer for. Oh, I see. For Mel, what do you need a lawyer for? You should. Problem of scams was a broker and a lawyer who everyone likes. Okay, so they scam you. No, you go with the regulatory agencies first. Don't hire a lawyer. Because you may get the same. You will get all the free stuff first, and look in our report. See, everybody's regulated. So what I would do if a lawyer was involved in that scam, you call the office in your state that regulates lawyers. And if a mortgage company was involved in that scam, you contact the office in your state that regulates a mortgage company. Okay, how do you find all those? You can look at findhelp.org and put in legal help. And all those legal help people in findhelp.org, I mean, there'll be 100, 200, but they spell different issues. So even if there's people there that, okay, I just found it. Even if there's people that just, that don't, that help you with legal problems, but not your kind of legal problems, call them anyway and ask them, okay, Amber gave you the legal help state by state. Yeah, that's the thing you want, okay? And you call the office that regulates lawyers and the office that regulates the other organization. And if you don't know who regulates them, then you call your state capital and ask who regulates them. You could do that by calling 211 or 311, and that's a good way. So you want to, the regulators have more power over people than your lawyer does. Your lawyer could just get you money, but they don't have power. Their lawyers are probably better than your lawyer. So that's why a regulatory agency could put them out of business. And that's why any organization is more afraid of that than anything else. Okay, so it's important that you know that. My loan was from a lawyer. Okay, well, then you know where to go now. Thank you, Amber. I'm having a bad effects on my family. Right. You have to start calling people and also go to they were out of commission for a while. They've been doged, but they're back working again. So file there too. No matter what, you file there, okay? And also file with your state attorney general, no matter what. It's just going to be the same letter. So you write that letter once, and then you start calling to everybody who's possibly involved in that organization. Yeah. So anybody who handles money, anybody who handles legal problems, we fraud, race, and abuse. Why on activist judges telling us, even though you found waste fraud, you're not allowed to look for it. How can we run a business or a country if we cannot look for it? Not sure what you mean there, David. Maybe we have to look at the judges, and I think that's very. I mean about. What's the latest? Are you talking about what's happening to Trump? No, there's a lot of programs already to fight waste, fraud, and abuse, and Trump, I think, is. I mean, how he's going about finding waste, fraud, and abuse. He's firing 20,000 people at a stroke of a pen. So I think that's the issue. It's not looking for waste, fraud, and abuse. That's all legal. It's how you do it that may be illegal. Hiya, Joey. I was wondering how to connect with people in Wisconsin to find out who to get out of debt. I understand this state. No one wants to help me with that. Joey, yeah, you've been at this for a long time, Joey. Well, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of lawyers that help you for free. I mean, if it's medical debt, I just listed 8 organizations in the chat that help you with medical debt. Okay, so it depends on what kind of debt you have. If it's normal business debt or something, no, then you have to figure out. Okay. Then I think we already said this, Joey, that make an appointment with the Small Business Development Center and get some financial assistance there. Not that they're going to give you money to get out of debt, but you have to work at getting out of debt. And it takes a long time to get into debt, so it takes time to get out of debt. I mean, sometimes there's programs, sometimes there's not, but usually you have to use a system. My sister was that way, a small company, and getting professional help that was free from the Small Business Development Center, she eventually got out of it. Yeah, and that's what's important. Yeah, Amber also put a listing here. Also, okay, the other thing we have is a new. What do you call that thing? Your goal, work on your goals, right? That's what, unlock your goals. Okay, look and unlock your goals. On Lesko Help, we have a section there that says unlock your goals. And under there we have buy a home, pay bills and debt, start a business, and health care. Now, if you have healthcare bills or you're worried about healthcare, look at that. They're all free. They're videos I did recently to help you through the process of finding healthcare and dental care and mental care. I don't care. You don't care. Any kind of care you need, and how to get it for free. It takes work on your part. And that's the whole thing, I think, where we all drop the ball, realizing it takes work. And people maybe aren't ready to put in that work, and that's okay, but you should know it's there. So when you're ready to put in the work and you don't have any other options, you do that. You have other options to pay for that, well, then do that if it's easier. You know, I'm showing you an option, you know, and that's important, because when you get these options, then you have to do the work. I mean, life is about doing something. Things don't get done in life unless you do something. Having a magic place. And see, the best we could do for you here is show you there are options. These people may help you. They're in business to help you. We cannot guarantee they'll help you, but they're in business to do that. It's sort of like dating, you know, or jobs. Now, these people are hiring people. Whether they hire you or not, we can't guarantee that. We all only know that they get money from government and nonprofit organizations to help you. You have to call them and figure out if you're eligible for their help. If you're not eligible for their help, you have to ask them where else you can get help, okay? Where else will they know how to get help? That's what's important, because they know other people like them who are solving the problems that they're solving, and you know, they could point you, and that's what you use them. You don't use Google. Google, if you're going to put your toe into Google, what that is, Google will see that you want to get help with your debt, and they have, you know, 200 million clients that give them money that has a service that will help, that you have to pay to help you get out of debt. You know? So that's why you don't want to go there, because Google has 200 million people that gave them money so they get your name so they could sell you a way to get out of debt. And it's going to cost you money. That's why you can't go to Google if you don't have money. And so if you don't have money, then what you have to do is go to these sources that we've collected and show you. I mean, we're not the only person in the world that knows this. And that's what you have to do. And really, to solve any problem nowadays, because life is so complicated, the internet is so full of junk and people that just want to get money from you, that you have to stay away from that. If you don't pick up the phone and go, oh, Colleen, you are right. Yeah, I remember you. You never know what they are not going to call you. See, listen to Colleen. Colleen knows. And why she knows? Because she had the gumption to pick up the phone and try it, and it helped her. And you're not going to know how this works until you do it. And you can't pick it up once, because once is not a survey. You go call a dozen people. And it's easy to find a dozen people. And you don't have to give me money to do that. You go to findhelp.org, put in your situation. You need rent money. You'll get, 5 dozen people that help with rent money. They're the people you call. And you call. You call a dozen of those people and say you need help for rent money. And if they say they don't help you, then you ask them, where else do you suggest I go? It's human nature. We want to help each other. This is why, Amber and everybody else, Charity, the people in Lesko want to help each other, because they're selfish, just like me. We're all selfish son of a bitches here because we know how good it feels to help people. And so it's important that you start learning this too, because that's the way to survive in our society. Particularly if you don't have a lot of money. If you don't have a lot of money, you're going to have to put your big boy pants on and get out there and make a call. I mean, and it doesn't cost anything. It's not, you don't have to go to school. You don't have to, all you have to do is know how to say hello and please help me. That's all you need to do. And that's why the members here help each other like that, realizing that, and to help you too, because we all need help. I mean, there's no short. If you're human, you're going to get shit on, bad stuff's going to happen, and we need help. So that's why you have to learn how to get help in today's society. And that's, Joey, we have a section for a state-by-state report for people with disabilities. So all the programs they should start looking for, okay? So download a copy of that. It's in the Lesko Metagrant report. So it's in there towards the end of the list there to get help for people with disabilities, okay? And everything. I mean, now there's so much money for people with disabilities to get jobs. And so there's job training for free and even money to live on while you're job training. I mean, it is, and forget about the noise in Washington. That may affect you a little, but it's not significant enough that you should stop any trying to solve your problem. It's just going to be another little bump in the road. No matter what you do, there are going to be bumps in the road, and crashes or whatever. You just got to pick up and do it again. You're starting to ride a bicycle, you're going to fall down, right? And you got to pick up and get on that bike again and do it. When little people learn to walk, right? They fall on their butt hundreds of times before they learn to walk. You're going to do something new, like getting free money to solve a problem that's new to you. Then you have to fail and figure it out. And the only way you figure it out is by doing it. You have to call people and say, hey, do you have money for me? No. And it's not asking, don't ask for money, ask for help. And that's the important thing. You call up these organizations, they're nonprofit, they're government offices that get paid to help people with financial problems, okay? When you call, remember to ask for help. Right, and it's kindness that helps. And it's kindness, you being kind to them will get you more money than anything else. They want to help you, but if you're miserable to them, they're going to get the same paycheck whether they help you or not. So you have to want them to help you, and you do that with your personality. So please remember that when you're contacting these people, that they're human beings. And they're all under a lot of stress now, wondering if Doge is going to come after them. See, but he's not after the money in a way. And they're sitting on it. It has to go somewhere. It will. And so don't worry about what's going on, in Washington now. 99, 44, 100% of the programs are still giving out money. And so if the few that aren't, then there are others that do it. Because you'll see, like if you go to find help right now, and you put in your zip code, and if I put in my zip code, and I put in rent grant, I need money to pay my rent, it'll show me 70 organizations, 70 organizations in my zip code that help for rent. So if Doge gets one of those, you still have 69 others to talk to. If Doge get 2 of those, you still, that's just, there's a shitload of sources. And that's what it's about. Have a wonderful day. Oh, thank you, Joey. So it's important that you know that. Find help that is a tremendous, yes it is, Keith. I don't know. It's amazing. I do podcasts every day to these smart people. Nobody's ever heard about it. It's crazy. It's there, it's all free, and that's part of the, so it's amazing how, that graph I show about the percentage of our country that gives away free money. 40% of our country gives away free money. 40%. Why don't we know about that? Because we're run by capitalism. Capitalism doesn't want you to know about the free stuff. They want to sell you something. But we've decided as a community, this is how we're going to help each other. Now, you may not be the way you want to help each other, but it's the law. We got it, whether you like it or not. So if you have trouble, you should learn how to use it, because it's there. And it's not going anywhere soon. Find how it's tremendous, right. So it's learning how to use the system. And that's why I'm not here to change the system. I would love to, but I don't have enough time left to do that. To me, to teach people how to use the system, because you have problems in life. Okay, you have problems in life, for some ungodly reason, we decided to set up programs to solve that problem, okay? Now, I'm not saying that's right or wrong, I don't know. I haven't thought about it long and hard. To me, what's really wrong is that people are using this and other people don't know who really need it. So that's what it's. You need problems, you have to know what's in our society to help you solve that. If you don't want to, that's great, don't worry about it. Nobody else will worry. I've gotten so many resources from them. It's great to start a free account so you can keep things organized and find them later, or friendship. Friendship is an amazing thing since it's free. That's what I couldn't see. It's free. So any other questions from members? Because you remember being a member. I remember when Rock was young. Right? So don't forget, apply to our grant. Tomorrow night is the deadline. That's for rent. We have $15,000 we're going to give out. We had to cut back a little amount this month. Profitability is I don't know, the economy is turning a little bit. So our profitability went down a bit. And so we cut that back a little, but we're still giving out like $50,000 this month. So apply for that. And also go to the section called Unlock Your Goals and sign up for the Get Healthcare Help, okay? Particularly your healthcare bills. I got a section there, and I put it in the chat, is 8 ways to save your healthcare bills. Like here, okay, I tell you what, let me put these in YouTube so the people in YouTube have these. I think, yeah, okay. Let me see if that's here. And if you're not a member of Lesko Help, it's leskohelp.com, okay? And it's $20. Ooh, report far, no, I was afraid. It's $20 a month, and you get all you could eat, unlimited help by members, like you saw on the chat here, members that help each other. And we have members that do their own live chats, so you could ask them personally a question. We got about usually 3, 4, 5 hours of that every day. So there's a lot of one-on-one help that you won't see anywhere else, I don't think, especially not at 20 bucks. So, okay, I'm gonna put the list in YouTube. And let me go over that list a little bit so people know that it may or may not be for them. Okay, if you want to know how not to pay a hospital bill, 80% of the hospitals have to forgive your bills if you don't pay, okay? If you can't pay, see, but the hospitals don't tell you that. There's a law that says that. So you have to know about that law. And if you go to $dollar.org, you could put in your hospital and your name and see if you don't have to pay your bill. Okay, there's also a new law that says hospitals can't send you a surprise bill. So if you get an ambulance and you go to the hospital, all of a sudden you say, oh, $2,500 for the ambulance. That's a surprise bill. You go to cms.gov/no surprises and get rid of that bill, okay? And here's an 800 number, 800-985-3059. Okay, that's all in the list in there. Okay, $75,000 strangers to pay medical bills. This is a crowdfunding site. And I have a link here. There's many crowdfunding sites. You could search and find money to pay your medical bills by crowdfunding sites, okay? Also, there's an organization called Undo, UNDUE, medicaldebt.org. This is people who they raise money to pay off medical debt. And this is a place actually you could get your government to, where they do is It's almost like a penny on the dollar that they eliminate debt. So what cities are doing around the country is giving this organization, say, $1 million. Well, what happens is they get rid of $100 million of medical debt. It's stuff that is old medical debt, and then you get it erased and everything. It's a great thing. Hearing aids, glasses, and eye care, financial assistance. So, yeah, that's a report I have in here that shows you. See, a lot of times medical care only covers from the neck down. You know, the dental, eye care, hearing, all that isn't covered. So I have a report how to get money for all those things there. Nonprofits that offer funding to pay expenses for specific diseases. Go to this website, FundFinder, FundFinder, panfoundation.org. And they have a database there. You put in like cancer, and you see all the nonprofit organizations that give grants for people who have cancer. Never pay the first bill. This is a great interview I found of a guy who wrote like this. Never pay the first hospital bill. They're all just full of shit. And just by saying a few things, read that article I have there. And you can even sue people. You know, you say, no, I'm not gonna pay you. And you go to court, and they don't show up in court because it's too much of a pain to ask for. See, a small claims court, that's under like $5,000 or something. So then you don't have to pay, and they don't show up. Grants for veterinary and pet care, okay? For medical care and pet food. Actually, if you go, a good place to start, I have a special report there that you could do. But you could also find help like that at findhelp.org. Put in pet care, and you'll see ways to get free pet food and free medical care for your pet, okay? So don't forget the pets. Pets are people too, I guess. They're certainly creatures like we are, probably just not as smart as some of us. Certainly, I know a lot of dogs are smarter than me. Listen, guys, I'm running low. I will talk to you soon, and thank you again for everything you've done for me. And to make me feel that the information is of value to you. I think it is, but that doesn't matter what I think. It's what you think. If it's not of value to you, let me know, because I'll go out and find stuff that is of value to you, okay? Talk to you soon. Oh, findhelp.org. No, is the one we talked a lot about. But no, leskohelp.com. Leskohelp.com. $20 a month. All you could eat, okay? And one-on-one help by 15,000 members. Leskohelp.com.